Everything litty, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke all the nuts. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't false. We call them chopsticks cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I run it like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be, I gotta stay. Hold me some in the can of this dry. Riding the special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Denver Broncos. We go from Denver. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. And if you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
To throw is Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. Second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
Here's Jackson to throw. A short one there, caught by Likely. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. A gain of 14. And the Ravens first down.
Now Lamar changing the play. From midfield now, here's Jackson. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result downfield.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this day, has got to be priority one.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Jackson. Oh, hit as as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing Nix.
Over the middle, it's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now it's Nix. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A short throw to Ingram. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He targets Ingram from under ground. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively, and the key to any screenplay is space to work, and there was none to be found there, and they tackle it for just a short gain.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
Nix from the shotgun.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
That is the big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
They'll go for it. Here's Nix. A throw left side, reeled in by the rookie wideout. And he is going to have a Broncos first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On play action, here's Nix.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Marvin Mims,
29 yards.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Jackson now. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Hey, report! Report!
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now it's Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all they needed. 1st down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a 1st down.
From the gun, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. Likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Just the one touchdown in that 1st half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Nix to the air. There goes a deep ball, end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone, but the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down.
37.
Here's Nix once more. He'll try and do that, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Kyle Van Noy able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. They're going. It's Nix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Now it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he can...
And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This fielded right at the goal line. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. To the 20. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Well, Charles, I think you and I both agree these guys were outplayed in that first half, and the scoreboard reflected that, but they've come out since halftime. They've looked like a different team.
And it makes you wonder what was said and done in that locker room, because they've made some nice adjustments, and they're executing better. I think they got some fiery guys on that sideline that had a few things to say at the half, and now they've come out with a vengeance.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Kill.
They'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, here's Nix.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted.